Greetings fellow film fans, thanks for tuning in. My name is Mercy and this is the Funny Pajamas YouTube channel. Toy Story 4 is a movie directed by Josh Cooley, first time director making his debut with this feature film. He has two previous directing credits, both for short films, and this is his first feature length film. The movie follows the story of Woody, who has been passed down from his previous owner Andy to his newest owner Bonnie. It follows the same pack of friends, but this is mostly a Woody-centric story, whereas as the previous movies have been both Buzz and Woody buddy movies, this is not so. This is fully concentrated on Woody and I would say Bo Peep. And Buzz is more like plays a secondary character, a secondary role in this movie. The movie first follows Bonnie, the new owner of the toys, as she goes to her first day orientation in kindergarten. And she finds that she is very introverted and she finds it difficult coping, finds it difficult making friends, until with a help from Woody, she creates this character called Forky, who's basically essentially made out of a spoke. Bonnie falls in love with Forky. He's her new favorite toy, and Woody realizes how important he is in the future development of Bonnie as a person, for her to gain confidence, for her to grow up. He becomes very protective of Forky and he realizes that Forky has to be taken care of for Bonnie to be happy. But Forky's got ideas of his own. He's still confused. What he is he trash? Is he a toy? He doesn't know what he is, and this creates a very interesting predicament for both Woody and the other toys. Woody takes it upon himself to basically be like a father to Forky, and as Forky tries to escape in one blighted attempt, Woody follows him and makes it his mission to get Forky back to Bonnie. In this journey, Woody is reunited with his old flame Bo Peep. Whereas in the beginning it was more, the relation between Bo Peep and Woody was more of a flirtatious little banter. In this movie they've really fleshed it out, and Bo Peep really gets bumped up from that secondary character to a first level character. In essential, this movie basically revolves around Bo Peep and Woody. In the beginning the movie would seem that, especially with the Forky character. The Forky character in the beginning I thought was pretty lame, and when I saw the trailers I thought, okay, it's going to be a repetition of Toy Story 1, where Buzz thinks he's actually a space ranger. So I thought it would be a step-by-step repetition of that, but it isn't. To begin with, let me say Toy Story 4. Now we know Toy Story 3 is probably in the conversation for one of the best trilogies. Who wanted a Toy Story 4? Practically nobody wanted a Toy Story 4. Nobody asked for it. Nobody was interested in this movie. But Pixar decided to go ahead with it and make this movie. Going into the movie, I was a little worried. I mean, the amount of emotional closure and the amount of satisfaction you feel with the first Toy Story franchise, the trilogy, and with its ending, I felt that if I would go see another movie and if it goofed it up and did not live up to it, this feeling of emotional closure would be lost, and I was very worried about that. But thank God the movie is amazing. Kudos to Josh Cooley. This is his first time directorial feature, like I said, and he's done an amazing job. The way he moves characters in and out of scenes is perfect, is beautiful, and for a first time director he's knocked the ball out of the park. I loved Forky. Okay, Forky, like I said, I wasn't sure about him. I wasn't sure how to view him. I thought he'd come across as pretty irritating, but he actually comes out more endearing. And the villain in this movie, the character arc for this villain you do not see coming. I was glad they took that route rather than going for the traditional mustache twirling villain. So I was glad that they did that. And there are some actual horror aspects in this movie. Not totally scary, but there are certain like homage to horror films. There was in some places music from The Shining was also used, particularly in this part with the ventriloquist dummies and how they move. It was a little scary. I have to say, I almost jumped out of my skin in one particular shot, and in many other scenes also. There was a Kubrick reference also, which I thought was good if you pay attention. The new characters are amazing. For a change, they have decided to go away from the traditional old school characters like Rexy and Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head and all. And they have decided to go focus on new characters. I loved the new characters in this movie. Forky, like I told you, is already cute. He's really amazing. But my particular favorite was Duke Kaboom. That's right. He's a Canadian stuntman. Okay, and he's so Canadian that he does not say, I can. He says, I Canada. I loved him. He stole this show for me, voiced by the amazing Keanu Reeves. And I thought he did really well. This role was perfect for Keanu Reeves. Perfect. And he did it really well. Also, there is the Keegan-Michael Key and the Jordan Peele characters who play plushies, that is soft toys. That are hanging in a toy, that are hanging in a game, and I felt they were really funny. This movie is by far the funniest of all the Toy Story movies, and I really enjoyed it. I do not think it had as much of an emotional punch as the third movie, but it's definitely up there. It had lots of laughs, and I felt in the beginning that the progression was okay, fine, we've gone through this, he's going through an adventure, they bring back Forky, and everything is fine. But the ending that they choose is beautiful. Of course, you can see ways that they seem to have left a few avenues open just in case they want to make some more moolah and do spin-offs or continue the franchise or such. I really like this movie. I would definitely suggest you go watch it. It's a wonderful movie. It's the kind of movie that a grown-ass adult would say, I connect with this movie. This movie was made for me. Or it's this type of movie that a girl like me would say, oh, this movie was made for me. Or a little kid that also can go and say, this movie was made for me. This movie is that interesting, it is that amazing, it is that much fun, and it's definitely good as a family outing. Lots of kids in the theater where I went, and they had a blast. Actually, everyone had a blast. I definitely think you can go check this movie out. As a matter of fact, I insist you go check this movie out. I give this movie a resounding 8 out of 10. That's all I have for you guys right now. Thanks once again for tuning in. You can follow me in my Twitter handle mercy_d or at my Instagram at mercy_sd. I also have a blog, by the way, a WordPress blog. It's www.funnypajamas.wordpress.com. That's funny pajamas. That's pajamas with a Y, mind you. I hope to see you all there. Hope to hear from you. And while you're at it, now that you're here, hit that beautiful red subscribe button down below. Become a subscriber to my channel. You know it helps me a lot. I love it when our film fan community grows. And be sure to hit the like button if you like this. Select the bell button so that you are notified every time I post something new. Thanks again for this. Thanks again seeing you guys. Hope to see you again soon. This is Mercy signing out. Bye.